Hello again, and welcome back to Granny Dorothy Visits. Today's topic is spiritual electricity. And the first reading from Everyday Positive Thinking, Louise Hay's book, but the quote is from Dr. Wayne Dyer, whom you know I like a lot. And he said, "Send out love and harmony. Put your mind and body in a peaceful place, and then allow the universe to work in the perfect way that it knows how." And the next reading, just a few paragraphs from a book I haven't used before, John Maxwell, 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, which I thought was interesting. Study the lives of the great people who have made an impact on the world, and you will find that in virtually every case, they spend a considerable amount of time alone thinking. Every significant religious leader in history spent time in solitude. Every political leader who had an impact on history practiced the discipline of solitude to think and plan. Great artists spent countless hours in their studios or with their instruments, not just doing, but exploring their ideas and experiences. Most leading universities give their faculty time not only to teach, but to think, research, and write. Time alone allows people to sort through their experience, put it into perspective, and plan for the future. If you are a leader, you can probably take the normal busyness of life and multiply it by 10. Leaders are so action-oriented and have so many responsibilities that they are often guilty of moving all the time and neglecting to stop and take time to think. Yet this is one of the most important things leaders can do. A minute of thought is worth more than an hour of talk. I strongly encourage you to find a place to think and to discipline yourself to pause and use it, because it has the potential to change your life. It can help you to figure out what's really important and what isn't. And the last reading is from another new book I haven't used, but it's The Artist's Way, and it's by Julia Cameron, who you know I like a lot, quoting from her book called Blessings. And this is called Spiritual Electricity. For most of us, the idea that the Creator encourages creativity is a radical thought. We tend to think, or at least fear, that creative dreams are egotistical, something that God wouldn't approve of for us. After all, our creative artist is an inner youngster and prone to childish thinking. If our mom or dad express doubt or disapproval for our creative dreams, we may project that same attitude onto a parental God. This thinking must be undone. What we are talking about is an induced or invited spiritual experience. I refer to this process as spiritual chiropractic. We undertake certain spiritual exercises to achieve alignment with the creative energy of the universe. If you think of the universe as a vast electrical sea in which you are immersed and from which you are formed, opening to your creativity changes you from something bobbing in that sea to a more fully functioning, more conscious, more cooperative part of that ecosystem. As a teacher, I often sense the presence of something transcendent, a spiritual electricity, if you will, and I have come to rely on it in transcending my own limitations. I take the phrase inspired teacher to be quite a literal compliment. A higher hand than just my own engages us. Christ said, "Wherever two or more are gathered together, there I am in your midst." The God of creativity seems to feel the same way. The heart of creativity is an experience of the mystical union. The heart of the mystical union is an experience of creativity. Those who speak in spiritual terms routinely refer to God as the creator, but seldom see creator as the literal term for artist. I am suggesting you take the term creator quite literally. You are seeking to forge a creative alliance, artist to artist, with the great creator. Accepting this concept can greatly expand your creative possibilities. As you work with the tools in this book, as you undertake the weekly tasks, many changes will be set in motion. Chief among these changes will be the triggering of synchronicity. We change, and the universe furthers and expands that change. I have an irreverent shorthand for this that I keep taped to my writing desk. Leap, and the net will appear. It is my experience, both as an artist and as a teacher, that when we move out on faith into the action of creation, the universe is able to advance. It is a little like opening the gate at the top of a field irrigation system. Once we remove the blocks, the flow moves in. Again, I do not ask you to believe this. In order for this creative emergence to happen, you don't have to believe in God. I simply ask you to observe and note this process as it unfolds. In effect, you will be midwifing and witnessing your own creative progression. Creativity is an experience, to my eye, a spiritual experience. It does not matter which way you think of it. Creativity leading to spirituality, or spirituality leading to creativity. In fact, I do not make a distinction between the two. In the face of such experience, the whole question of belief is rendered obsolete. As Carl Jung answered the question of belief late in his life, I don't believe, I know. The following spiritual principles are the bedrock on which creativity, recovery, and discovery can be built. Read them through once a day and keep an inner ear cocked for any shifts in attitudes or beliefs. So there are 10 of them. You want me to read them to you? Okay, I will. The first one. Creativity is the natural order of life. Life is energy, pure creative energy. And the second one, there is an underlying, indwelling creative force infusing all of life, including ourselves. 3, when we open ourselves to our creativity, we open ourselves to the Creator's creativity within us and our lives. 4, we are ourselves creations, and we in turn are meant to continue creativity by being creative ourselves. 5, creativity is God's gift to us. Using our creativity is our gift back to God. The refusal, this is number 6, the refusal to be creative is self-will and is counter to our true nature. 7, when we open ourselves to exploring our creativity, we open ourselves to God, good, orderly direction. 8, as we open our creative channel to the Creator, many gentle but powerful changes are to be expected. 9, it is safe to open ourselves up to greater and greater creativity. 10, our creative dreams and yearnings come from a divine source. As we move toward our dreams, we move toward our divinity. Very interesting, eh? So let's all be creative and use the gifts that God has given to us. I send you my love. Until next week. Bye for now.